Good afternoon, everybody. Dino Gaming, Roblox and Minecraft and more. Hi. The Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. Oh my god, I am early for once. Hardcore Jed. Oh, hello by the way. Hardcore Jed. Finally a live stream where I don't have to go to school so I can relax and enjoy. Thanks, Pterodome. Oh wait, my mic is really far away. Let me sort this out. There we go. That's probably better. Hopefully I was talking loud enough so you could hear me. Dino the Freak, yo, what's up? G'day Sports, says British Tyrannosaur. Oh, the sun is coming through. Good God. Oh God, it's messing with the green screen. Let me sort that out. Hopefully that's fixed it. So what we got? Oh, look at that! I'm just noticed I look quite red in the face. Let's change that a little bit. There we go. There we go. All right. So what are we looking at? Dino Gaming says, "I love your videos and I watch it every day because Jurassic World toys. When I get them, I don't feel like a real collector." Okay, that's a lot to take in. Thank you very much for loving the videos, and good luck with the collecting. Triceratops horridus. What's this? Oh, well. Yeah, I should probably tell you what I'm going to be painting, actually. I'm going to sneeze. Ooh. Oh my word. Am I going to sneeze? No. Dino of the Freak says, "I loved Fallen Kingdom, but I'm disappointed with the amount of reshoots. Iris's death would have been absolutely devastating if it was kept in." I'll say this, Fallen Kingdom had pickups, they didn't have reshoots, so they filmed Iris's death scene, you know, because they wanted to see if that would work for the film. They obviously chose to get rid of it. I admit the scene would have been cool to see, but no, they you know, they've got their mind set on other things. God bless you. Okay, so what we're looking at here is my phone's going off. I'll put it down there. So we've got this sequence here. So I'm going to be drawing basically a view from this way, looking sort of at an angle. So like that next to this right here. So get on the actual frame, and let's get to work. Ujek, what's that dino on your thanks for watching screen? Is it an Acrocanthosaurus? No, that's the Megaraptor. That's going to be in the series, based on a doodle, like a little doodle I did. Of the Megaraptor, like this tiny little doodle, and I figured, do you know what, I'm going to put that in the series with this ridiculously long tail. Probably make it longer than that, actually. Hardcore Jed says, "Yo guys, I'm turning 16 next week." Well, happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. Right, let's get to work. I also have my, it's probably not going to show up on the green screen, but I've got this like watercolor I did of the, you know, the way we're going to be looking. So that's like on the wall next to me. Not anymore. It should be on the wall next to me. There we go. So I can just like look over. So if you see me like looking like this, you'll know why. I see rip-off Alan Grant, says the Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. The Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus also says, this is the most dangerous creature to ever walk the earth. Presenting the Jackaraptor. Thank you very much. Since we aren't getting any more hybrids for Jurassic World 3, what do you think we'll be getting do you think we'll be getting another antagonist dinosaur or not? I personally don't think so. I have no idea what they're going to do. Yo, Cretaceous. So what hybrids are you going to do in this? I'm not telling. Simple as that. Oh. Alright, we're off to a crazy start already. This is just going to be like a rough outline. Bring forward. Yo, Chaos Knight, welcome. Jacob Arnold asks, hey Jack, do you think it's an objective criticism in Fallen Kingdom that the characters do stupid things just so cool scenes can happen? I think that's every movie ever made. You don't have a movie unless characters make stupid decisions. That's every movie ever created, except for maybe some silent movies. Cretaceous the Hunted says, the music that is playing right now sounds badass. What is the name of it? It's the Overwatch soundtrack for the video game. And it's a soundtrack I'm obsessed with right now. Really helps me with you know, painting. Sorry, Triceratops says, was that Triceratops head on the Image Raptor drawing? Is going to be on the series. What Triceratops head? What, this? That's not a Triceratops, that's its foot. You know, the sickle claw. So that'll be the foot of this dinosaur. You know what, I should actually start here. Dino of the Freak says, I kind of feel like the DPG were kind of antagonists, but in the protagonist's clothing. That's really interesting because that is the debate, isn't it? And that is what the characters learn throughout the movie, you know? That's why Claire doesn't press the button at the end, because she realises that saving them is essentially dangerous, no matter even if you do move them to another island. You know she can't protect them, and that's basically her way of getting over what happened at Jurassic World. Because that was the whole reason she started the DPG, was because she felt bad about what happened. She didn't see the animals as assets, and thus the Indominus Rex was made. And look what happened there. So she starts seeing the dinosaurs as animals, and makes new mistakes, but she learns from them. But what they didn't realise, as chaos theory dictates, that you know, that there was going to be another force at play, which was Maisie, which would take the decision from them. And that's where it gets interesting. Let's see what else you guys are saying. Hey Jack, Jurassic Park Adventures Survivor should be coming by tomorrow, says Chaos Knight. Nice. I saw your message, I just had to scroll back up to see it. British Tyrannosaur, love how some people hate the DPG, but it wasn't them who pushed the button, it was Maisie, based on her own feelings. Claire and Owen realised they had no right. Yeah. And it's also, you can see by the look on Owen and Claire's face when it happens, it's not like they're smiling, like, hey, yay, the dinosaurs are now free because, you know, the rights were taken out of our hands and someone did the decision for us. It's like they realised, oh, yeah, we're out of our league, in a way. That's how I took it, anyway. No, I do not Triceratops. I do not plan to have any cryptids in the series. What are you painting? So I'm painting this. I'm painting this platform up this tree, and I'm doing it from this angle. And it's this one here. It's this platform here, but like looking at it from that way. No. That way. If that makes any sense. It's just I'm just trying to get the shape down. Jack, do you think a Spinosaurus return is Jurassic World 3 would be good? Yeah, I mean, it all depends on the context. I mean, I have no idea what they're going to do at this time, so I'd be down for a Spinosaurus. Why not? It just depends. The context I'm seeing in my head, if they did bring one back, is what I'd want to see, because I don't know what they're going to do. So, if it goes by the context that I'm seeing in my head, yeah, sure, brilliant. If they surprise me with something I didn't expect, even better. Or like, didn't expect, but I respect the decision. Like, for example, I didn't know the 5th Jurassic Park film would have a volcano erupting on the island. That was a surprise to me when they first told me that. And I was like, yeah, sounds cool. Dinosaurs and volcanoes, they go together like bread and butter. This is the best stream I've ever seen in my life, says Dino Gaming. Well, you need to watch more streams, oh my word. If this is the best. Right, anyway. So I've basically got the shape of it down, and very basic shape. What I'm going to do is just fill it with colour. Then I can move on to doing the background. Because foreground stuff tends to come later. You work backwards, but to sort of make sure I've got the angle I want. Yeah, that'll do. And then actually what I'll do is desaturate it. And then darken. No. Nope. I'll leave it like that. I'll do the background now. Sorry guys, let's have a look. What are you guys saying? Wait, what was that? Sorry. Hey Jack, why did the gate stop closing when Rexy steps on them? Wouldn't they have just kept closing, says Jacob Arnold. No. Because they obviously were hacking into the park systems with their own device to open the gates, because they didn't have power at the park. So they were basically hacking in. That's why he was at that terminal to begin with. They wouldn't have to be out there in the rain doing that if it worked from the control room, because they would have just gone to the control room and opened it up and gone, yeah, open the gates from there, from complete safety. But they didn't. They had to hack in. And so their own system is what caused the shortage, because it lost connection to... they were remotely undoing it. So their flawed little gizmo that they brought to the island is the thing that undone the gates, and is the undoing of that whole situation. That's the you know, what's the saying where you like take something from the bottom like Jenga and it all... I kind of feel like the Endoraptor, says Hardcore Jed, wasn't necessary for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom and instead focused on the dinosaurs and characters development, which we didn't have. Also turned off Endoraptor doesn't camouflage. Well, it's a prototype. It's a prototype. You have every right to that opinion, Cretaceous the Hunted. I don't hate you any less. I was talking to Yo Assassin. I was talking to a friend of mine today, chatting to Jurassic Collectibles, and saying that you know, all of the Jurassic sequels, all of them have been met with bad press. Let's say at some point, all of them. All of the sequels. And even the first film, when the first film was released, it was met with some criticism. You know, lack of character development and what else that we know not to be true. But basically it hasn't stopped the franchise. You know, the franchise is still going, regardless of like the sort of you know, negative reviews that you'll hear. That doesn't stop Jurassic. So how have you been, says the assassin. I've been good. Really good. Right, so how much of this, so you can see there's a kind of like sandy beach down here. Bit of fence comes out of the bushes, and then there's this like gate here. So what I might do, if we are looking, sort of the gate is kind of like, let me do a new layer. Oh. The assassin. You think they removed the scene of Iris dying because they wish to repeat the same mistake they did with Zara's death? I have no idea if that's why it was cut. I have no idea. Jacob Arnold says, "Hey Jack, can you tackle the gun criticism in Fallen Kingdom?" I don't. What gun criticism? I don't know what the gun criticism is. Cool, Imperial. I will see Assassin. I have no idea what their intention was when they removed the scene, so I can't talk about something I have no idea about. Dino Gaming. Hey, why did you name your channel Pterodome 3000? Well, I'm a big fan of this show called Mystery Science Theater 3000, and I'm a big fan of Red Dwarf, and I'm also a big fan of things like Space 1999, Alien, and all that sort of stuff. And so I put the 3000 in there to homage Mystery Science Theater 3000 to sort of be my nod to you know, shows like that with spaceships and little models and all that sort of stuff. And then I used Pterodome because I believe, if I've got my facts straight, let me look this up because I don't want to misquote myself. Let's see, where is it? Yeah, because I named it Pterodome. Yeah, I didn't think I named it because that. Yeah, because I thought, you know, I'd made this little like ice cream cone shaped ship, and I put this dome on top, and I thought it was funny that obviously there's all dinosaurs in there, so you just call it a Pterodome. And then I found out there was a song by Public Enemy that called Welcome to the Pterodome, and I was listening to that while I was actually building it, so I just thought it was the marriage of the two. I don't know, Imperial Diamond. I don't know why you can't see Jacob in the stream chat. Who unstreamed Jax? Streamed. Right, let's do that. Jacob says, "Hey Jack, can you tackle the criticism where you can just shoot your target instead of sending the Endoraptor in after them?" Yeah, simply put, Endoraptor was a prototype. Guard had a gun to show a demonstration of what the Endoraptor could do. He used the laser target on his gun. The gun was there because he was protecting everyone from the Endoraptor at that time, right? So the argument for like why not just shoot your target, you've got to think of all the possible reasons and situations where you might need to send in something like an Endoraptor. And then, if you can find at least one, then that's the justification. Mine is like, if you've got people, you know, in an area that they're, you know, it would take ages for a human to get through, like thick jungle or something, and you had a pack of Endoraptors that were at your command, let's say, you know, that it actually worked, that they finished they went past the prototype Endoraptor to the final product, which is basically, you know, something that is more obedient than what, you know, was originally shown, which is impossible, by the way. That's the whole point of the Endoraptor failing and the Indominus Rex failing in the first place, and why the humans couldn't contain him is because it would never work. But let's say it did, you would be using the Endoraptor for loads of different situations, not just for killing someone. You could use it to go collect someone, or you could use it to maim someone. Like, there's loads of different reasons for it. And it's a stupid idea for a reason, and that's like why it's in the film, and that's why it fails in the movie. You know, it's stupid for Nedry to steal money, or to be to steal embryos, and you know, steal stuff. Stealing's wrong. He shouldn't have done that. Look where that got him. That was a stupid decision. Dino the Freak says, Jack, do you think Bayona was the right choice for Fallen Kingdom? Because I love Colin as a director, but I think his style wouldn't suit Fallen Kingdom's aesthetic. Well, it doesn't have to suit Fallen Kingdom's aesthetic because he didn't direct it. So, I don't know. I think Colin would have done great with Fallen Kingdom had he been the director, but you know, we don't live in that reality. We live in the reality where Bayona did it, and I think Bayona did a fantastic job. And I like the difference of style. It's more choice. But I'm excited to see what Colin will do with the next one, because it's the one he's always wanted to make. Hey, you see, I just noticed something. This should be actually going. Do you think, so Dino Gaming asks, do you think that they only made Jurassic World to get more money? In the film? Kind of. In real life? No. Everyone who worked on Jurassic World, there's so many talented, passionate people worked on it, myself included, with the marketing, that no. I mean, for argument's sake, let's say yes, right? You have me. I didn't do Mazrani Global and the DPG stuff just because I wanted money. I did it because I'm a fan. So you've got, at least got myself. But I know everyone, like from Frank Marshall to Colin, everyone, there's so much passion going into these films. You can rest easy knowing that they're made with love. Yo Zool, 32 minutes late, he said. Dino of the Freak says, I think it would have been scarier if Owen actually got horribly mauled by the Endoraptor. For example, his arm got stripped to the bone. Man, that's brutal. I don't know if I would have wanted to see that happen to Owen. I mean, nothing ever happened to Alan Grant. Like, would you want Grant to, like, get mauled? I don't know what Owen did to deserve such cruelty. Okay, so this is going to be like one of the more interesting parts of the stream, where I do all the plant life. It's actually something I haven't really done yet on a stream properly. Dino of the Freak says, I don't know, it would have greatly raised the stakes. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with you there. If they had Owen mauled by the Endo Rowdy, of course it would up the stakes. There's no doubt about that. I mean, Eddie Carr didn't deserve to get ripped in half and eaten, but that's just me. No, Eddie Carr didn't, but at the same time, Eddie Carr wasn't the lead of the movie, or one of the major leads. Owen is a lead character. And every Jurassic film thus far has not had like the lead characters like mauled, except for Ian Malcolm in the first film. And maybe Billy in Jurassic Park 3. I guess Alan Grant... Oh no, sorry. Ian Malcolm had his limp in The Lost World, but then at the same time, that caused by the... that was caused by the T-Rex attack in the first film, right? That was a carry-on from that. But that's what Dino-Defenders is for. In Dino-Defenders, I'll have people get their arms completely mauled and destroyed. I'll put an arm mauling in here for you. Why not? Just for you, Dino, I'll put an arm for getting mauled in this series. How about that? Ian kind of got hurt in The Lost World when they escaped the long grass, says British Translator. Yeah, that's what I mean. I think that's a carry over from Jurassic Park, I believe. I think that's the intention. You're not a psychopath, Dino. Hey, I'm all for, like, you know, I get what you mean. I'm a big fan of the Alien movies for that very reason, because I think the Alien movies have that. They're like the Jurassic Park films, but with a lot more blood and guts and danger for the characters. And they even deal with, you know, hybrids and clones and all sorts. Ooh. Zool says, when I first heard about this project, the first thing that comes to my mind is the kid game Jurassic Park Dino Defender. Well, that was one of the influences for the name. Very true what happened to Dr. Church. Oh my god. That's the worst. That's one of the worst things in any entertainment I've ever read or seen. Hands down. And I would say it rightfully deserves its place in the Alien franchise. That universe is not a happy place. Jackie MC Stream Son, says the Imperial Diamond. It's like the egg morphing scene, but it delves into Brett and Dallas's plan. Oh yeah, the Dr. Church scene. Oof. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus says, Jack, can I ask, can you give us a backstory to the Leopard Coelosaurus without mentioning its name? No, I actually can't. I actually cannot do that because it's like Rumpelstiltskin. If I mention its name, the spoiler happens. So you'll just have to wait and see. Dino if the Freak says, like seriously, I would prefer being killed by a Velociraptor than being killed by a Troodon. Are you talking about the like the JP game Troodons? Because yes, I'm with you on that one. If so. Yes, I agree. If that is the case, if that is what you're talking about, I agree wholeheartedly with your statement. Ah, you were talking about that. Ooh. We start with stuff like that for like the branches, and then we add in the leaves. I'm gonna go for about size 8. Dino of the Freak said, I ain't too fond of the Telltale JP game, but whoever came up with the Trudon and their behaviour is a genius. Someone who watched Alien. Basically. Give Dan O'Bannon a pat on the back for coming up with the idea of the chest burster. Actually, no. Give it to Mother Nature. Because she did it first. Right? Yeah, British Tyrannosaur, they are out of business from what I hear. RIP. I didn't like Jurassic Park the game when it first came out, but I've grown to like it a lot. And we did put hints to its canon on the DPG website. Because we thought, why not, you know? For those people who do like it as canon, they can have it, and whatever we write, people, you know, if they don't like it, it still fits with the canon of the movies. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus says, Jack, will there be any Pteranodons in your story? No. Sorry to be so blunt. No, there won't be any Pteranodons. I think Jurassic Park the game, they did a lot of things, you know, right. Like, it felt like Jurassic Park. There's no denying that. The game, like, you play it, and I mean, you know, some of the things the characters do is a bit odd, but like the actual atmosphere of the whole thing, I think they really did capture the Jurassic vibe quite well. Jack. British Tyrannosaur asks, Jack, will insert dinosaur here be in? Yes! You guessed it right, British Tyrannosaur. That dinosaur, you've just spoiled it for me. Christ. Yeah, you got that one out of me. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus says, Jack, I want to know, will the Megaraptor be the only antagonist dinosaur in your series? No. I can tell you that. Definitely 100% not. Not the only thing that is going to kill and eat people. Or should I say kill or eat people? Yeah, the gameplay wasn't like the best in that. I agree with you, Zul. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. Jack, will the Megaraptor and insert dinosaur here attack the main characters? Yes. Of course, the main characters aren't going to get away with not, coming face to face with that thing. That's like asking, will the main characters meet the T-Rex in Jurassic Park? Of course they will. That is classified information, Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. I am not answering that question. Jack, rule number 1 of filmmaking, never spill the beans. I know, exactly. But that's why I'm doing these live streams, because... What's going on with the music? That's why I'm doing these live streams, so then you can actually see the creation of the process. You can see everything but the story, basically. And obviously certain key frames which will ruin the story. Oh, I haven't tweeted about this. Let me tweet about this. The fact that I should tweet out saying I'm live now. What am I doing? Amateur hour. Oh crap. Live. Painting. Now live paint. There we go. Someday, can you draw the Jurassic World the game logo? Says Dino Gaming. Some Roboblocks. Maybe, I don't know. There is something incredibly satisfying with, you know, painting jungles. I think it's the sort of messiness and chaotic nature of nature. The chaotic nature of nature. Dino the Freak says, "Oh my god, a bird outside my window sounded like the Tappy Jara from Walking with Dinosaurs." Literally no other character compares to him. Oh, you're talking about Thanos, British Tyrannosaur. People talking about Dino the Freak just said, now I imagine the end scene of Dino-Defenders with a scientist crossing a T-Rex with Thanos. How did Thanos get brought into the conversation? When did that happen? Did I miss something? Yo, I am Raptor. Dino asks, Jack, I'm curious. Did you stay behind in theatres to watch the end credit scene for Kong Skull Island? If so, what were your thoughts? Where they show Godzilla and all that sort of stuff. I thought it was fine. I mean, like the you know, what Marvel's done with cinema and, you know, Why, you know, popularizing the after credit sequence, and I thought they were okay to do that with the Kong Skull Island end credit scene. I thought it was fine. There's only 4 movies that they've planned so far for that series, so it didn't bother me, and that was the second one, so it made sense. You know, why they put that in there, and I thought it was fine. It was just sort of like, I think you've got to remember, like, for American audiences, like Ghidorah and Mothra and Rodan, you know, they are well known, but for the general audience, not so much. So if for any general audience, people who, you know, stayed behind as well, because they were like, oh, I wonder if there is going to be a after credit sequence or whatever, that they, you know, that helps seeing it. That said, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, I was just going to backtrack and say that Marvel, you know, popularized the after credit sequence, but, you know, my first encounter with that was Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates of the Caribbean had an after credit sequence, and the Pixar films as well started doing it, and that might have been around the same sort of time, I think, maybe, as the Marvel films. But it wasn't just Marvel. I think Marvel's the one people go to when they have these conversations, like what I've just done, but they weren't the only ones. Yo, Michael Pierce. Zool says, I don't know how the Thanos conversation started as well, I just went with the flow. Dino says, I love the end credit sequence of King Kong, Skull Island. Got me so hyped. Yeah. British Tyrannosaur says, oh my god, did you watch the end credits scene where you have to go to the internet to ask people what the hell it was about? See, I prefer it when the end credit sequence isn't something absolutely crucial. I like it, you know, they should be sort of, you know, riff-raff in a way. I Am Raptor says, I hate that cinemas I went to see Jurassic World 2. I hate that cinemas I went into to see Jurassic World 2. I went into cinemas multiple times because the first didn't let me watch the end credit scene and the second kicked me out. Wow. Darth Verick says, I didn't even know about the post-credit scene until I watched reviews afterwards. Yeah, and that's why, like, you know, it's always good that the after-credit sequences aren't too important, in my opinion, because you know, people miss them, and it's, you know, if it's something crucial and people don't know, it's already it's complicating the film for no reason, basically. Well, that sucks, I'm Raptor. The cinema should play it. Dino of the Freak says, I just realised that Roberta, or Rexy as other people like to call her, or I like to call it Tyrannosaur. You know, I call it the Tyrannosaur because I think that's what I've always called it. I think it's cool. So she's 28 years old in the Jurassic Park canon. She's probably going to pass in Jurassic World 3. I'm pretty sure Tyrannosaurus has only lived to their 30s. She's 30 in the Jurassic Park canon. She's not 28, she's 30. And these are genetically engineered dinosaurs, so who knows what they're going to do with them. Some big leaves up in here. Because why the hell not? Martin Blagoff says, oh, sorry, Blagove? I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, man, sorry. Says hello. Hello, British Tyrannosaur. When you see people using Roberta unironically, sick face. I have no problem with what people call the T-Rex. They can call it whatever they like. I've known some people to call it Sue, and they like to imagine the fact that, you know, the T-Rex in Jurassic Park is Sue, the actual Sue T-Rex from real life, and brought back to life. I've seen it, man. I just call it the Tyrannosaur because, you know, that's what it is. I think that's what the name of the chapter is, the chapter that the T-Rex appears in the book. Maybe that's why I call it Tyrannosaur, or I like to call it Tyrannosaur. Dino of the Freak, she was born, the T-Rex we wrote in the canon was born in 1988. Yeah, Zia did say that they can live longer, potentially. I said 1988, not 1998. 1988. There's a Jurassic Park comic book, isn't there, that deals with the T-Rex's birth. Dino the Freak says, kind of want to see an official short film of Roberta's birth. I've actually got like sunlight on my screen, so I'm struggling to see. It's like right in the middle of the screen. Gosh darn it. So I'll look back at the chat in a second. See what's going down. Close the curtains then, Jack. I don't have curtains in this room yet. In the new place. This room only has blinds. Oh. Michael Pierce, just finishing up a piece of art I'm really proud of. I've never been perfect at texturing, but I've been learning many new methods and tools lately, and this art piece is helping a ton. I'm going to post on Twitter shortly if you want to check it out. Do it. Yeah, I will. Let me know when you've posted it. Dino of the Freak says, didn't the Jurassic World website, the official site of the first film, state that John Hammond's favourite dinosaur was the T-Rex? So then can you imagine John Hammond's spirit in Roberta's presence? And then British Tyrannosaur says, John Hammond's ghost confirmed. My name is John Parker Spooky. I own a haunted house on an island. And we have made living plasmatic poltergeists that'll capture the imagination of the entire supernatural community. That'll capture the screams of the entire world, says Michael Pierce. Yes. We have made real physiological ghosts that'll capture the screams of the entire planet. That's funny. I can't think of the right word though, I'm just saying random words. They don't actually mean anything. See, the thing with the jungles in this series, the one thing I'm doing with them is I'm just making them up with barely any reference to real jungles and stuff, because, well, I mean, like, I'm combining different types of plant life because I want it to look sort of unnatural. Like, by design, I want the, like, someone, if Ellie Sattler was to look at this jungle, she would look at it and be like, I don't even know what types of plants these are. Nerds Related says, what's up, Jack? Yo, dude. Welcome. British Tyrannosaur. Ghosts and man. Two species separated by the afterlife and suddenly thrown back into the mix together. How can we have the slightest idea who will get spooked? Dino the Freak just quoted John Hammond's, we have a T-Rex. You could change it to like, we have a poltergeist. Say again. We have a poltergeist. Oh no. Put your head between your knees, Alan. They have ghosts on this island. Everyone's just talking about ghost dinosaurs now in the chat. Okay, I'm going to ask you guys in the chat. If you had one dead character or dinosaur from the Jurassic series so far to come back as a ghost, what one would it be? I'm not saying your answer would mean you'd want to actually see a ghost in the Jurassic franchise. But if you had to pick one, what would it be? Ooh, it'd have to be Hammond, says British Tyrannosaur. Good choice. Good choice. I've got my answer and I've got a whole backstory for my one. Nerds Related said, JP3 T-Rex, he's out for revenge against a certain Spino. Nice. I Am Raptor says, you aren't going to believe who is the new concept artist of Jurassic World 3. Who? Dino the Freak says, Malcolm, your scientists were so interested in whether or not they could. They decided to think if they should. Endoraptor arrives. Malcolm, I rest my case. Mine would be RJ. I'd have RJ from the Lost World come back, and he'd be on a sort of revenge trip himself, looking for Roland. Oh, Dino would bring back the Carnotaurus as a ghost. That was a nice trick, I Am Raptor. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you. He says, love your videos. I'd want the Brachiosaurus to come back. Oh, the one who died on the dock. Yes. I was wondering if someone was going to pick that one. Because that's the nice choice, you know? In a way. Is a dinosaur that could destroy an entire ecosystem, but... Yes, thank you very much. That's much appreciated. Yeah, there are no hybrids in Jurassic World 3, says Dino Gaming. Yep. That is true. Jack, will you play Jurassic World Alive, says the Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. I won't, just because I don't have the time. I don't really have the time spare to really play it. But if you want, I can, once I've done this stream, I will have a break and I will 100% return and play Jurassic World Evolution. How about that? How about that as a trade-off? I can't do Jurassic World Alive, but I'll definitely play some Jurassic World Evolution later today. How's that? And I'll do it as a live stream. I'll do Isla Sorna. I think I've unlocked Isla Sorna. I haven't even touched it yet, so maybe we'll start the Isla Sorna sort of map. How's that for you, look? Because I was gonna actually stream that first, but then I was like, actually, you should do something productive first. Because I always go to bed, sleep. You know, I sleep better once I've done something in the day, constructive, whatever it might be. But yeah, I'll return. It won't be long. It won't be long. I'll stop the stream. Not now. We've only been going for an hour and a half. But I'll stop the stream in a bit and then have a break, and then I'll come back and play Jurassic World Evolution. Dino Gaming. I'm kind of glad there is no hybrid, because then we don't need to spend more money on hybrid models. I don't quite get what you mean, but yes. I think they don't need to bring the hybrids back, because the more interesting thing has happened, which is the dinosaurs. Everything's out. Everything's got out into the open, so genetics, dinosaurs, everything. Genetic power has been unleashed. Jurassic World Evolution. Hype overload, says I am Raptor. Yes. Nerds related to Jack, did you see that picture of Godzilla saving the Brachiosaurus from the burning docks? I did. I thought it was good. Very, very well done. Funny. The Carnosaur is my favourite dinosaur, says Dino of the Freak. So the one that died on Nublar saddened me a little, even though I have a theory that some form of rabies. That it had some sort of rabies as it was so aggressive. No, it was just an opportunist. You got to think, the volcano didn't actually explode properly, like fully, until the T-Rex was roaring. Up until that point, the volcano had been making loads of noise for like months. You saw it all on the BBC News at the beginning. And so, you know, the predators aren't going to like starve because of the noise. They still eat and hunt, so they would have been used to the noise. British Tyrannosaur, but Jack being unleashed for Jurassic World 3, but dinosaurs being unleashed for Jurassic World is bad writing because they would all be shot or something. Well, we don't know. We don't know what the filmmakers have entitled for them yet. I know you're being sarcastic. Don't worry. Imperial Diamond says, Jack, Ian Malcolm would be like this. Welcome to Jurassic World. Wait, have I just received information on the humans? Have tons of missiles and a buttload of guns? Welcome to normal world. That's funny. Welcome to everything's okay. The tanks got them. It's Jurassic Park. You know, it's going to be really interesting what happens. It really is. Zul asks, have you ever listened to Flesh and Bones by Black Math? No, I have not. What is it? What is Flesh and Bones Black Math? Tell me more. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus says, Jack, will you ever make a Jurassic World or Jurassic Park fan film? I kind of started on something called Jurassic World Regenesis, which, you know, utilised video with Manuel doing the CGI. If you just look up Jurassic World Regenesis on Google, you'll be able to find it. It's like got the first 3 chapters, but that's about it, because the project never got finished. I've wanted to do my own fan film, but I'd rather do something like this, original, like Dino-Defenders. And then I've got like, I don't have to worry about, you know, it being Jurassic. Okay, it can be its own thing. Yo, Riley, welcome. Dino the Freak said, I just thought the Barry and Kano that the protagonists confront were extremely ill to the point of extreme aggression, but I do imagine the Kano being opportunist as it had competition. Well, yeah, we wrote on the DPG website that things were getting dire on the island, and you can see it in the film where there's like skeletons everywhere, and the island's not looking good. So you can imagine the dinosaurs were being like a bit crazy because they're, you know, they're just trying to survive as best they can. So I thought the, you know, the aggression of the Baryonyx and the Carnotaurus and everything, it all seemed to fit because of like what was happening. What was happening to our beloved island. Spooky Bones 224 says, so what's the story behind Dino-Defenders? Okay. The story behind Dino-Defenders is a team of animal specialists are brought to a base, this base here, in the middle of a jungle, where they have been tasked to learn the behaviour of prehistoric dinosaurs that have been brought back from the dead. And someone is found murdered, and the shit hits the fan. So someone is found murdered and they don't know who did it and everything starts to go wrong. It's heavily inspired by Jurassic Park, Alien, The Thing, Saturday morning cartoon shows, Jurassic Park the novel because of the violence and the ethical dilemmas and stuff they're going to be facing. It's basically going to be a huge love letter to everything that I've loved as a kid, rolled into one. for everyone to enjoy as best as I can do it. And you know, for a tease, I will open up. Where is it? I'll open up this frame again, as I usually do, and I'll press play, so you can kind of get a sense of, like, there's no dialogue, you can get a sense of like what it will look like. So I hope that helps. What was your name? Spooky Bones. I hope that that helps. There'll be 6 episodes, and then once those 6 episodes are finished, they will all get put together into one long video, which should be hopefully around 90 minutes long, so an hour and a half, so a full movie. Zool said, Flesh and Bones is a song by Black Math. I love it because it has some deep and emotional tone. As a sound, and its soundtrack is a combination of low tone, high orchestral music. Okay, I'll check it out. Yo, Clayton. Clayton says, dude, The Predator was such a mess. Yeah, it wasn't my cup of tea. I'm kind of hoping for a director's cut, but we'll see. My fingers are crossed for a director's cut because I really liked some ideas in it. There was just some other ideas I was just like, nope. Spooky Bones asks, so what dinosaurs are in Dino-Defenders? I always get this on every stream, and I'm more than happy to answer it, because obviously not everyone knows this at this time. But a lot of the dinosaurs I'm keeping secret, but the ones I have confirmed are Megaraptor, Megalosaurus, Dimetrodon, even though it's not that's not a dinosaur technically. And there's this weird creature which I've shown in the video, which I showed a few minutes ago, which I'm not revealing what that is. And then I can say that the dinosaurs that don't appear, I can say that the dinosaurs that do not appear in this series is T-Rex. Not going to have any T-Rex. I think T-Rex gets enough love. No T-Rex, no Parasaurolophus, no Stegosaurus, no Triceratops, no Pteranodon, no Brachiosaurus, no Dilophosaurus, no Gallimimus, no Velociraptor, nothing from Jurassic Park, no Pachycephalosaurus. I mean, there are some. There's a couple of Jurassic-related dinosaurs in this. Dimetrodon, I mean, if you go by the toy line of Jurassic Park, I mean, Dimetrodon, yeah. But like, no more from the films, really. No Apatosaurus. There's one sauropod in this series, I'll say that. There's one sauropod, but no, none of the big players. I want to shine some light on some more unknowns and have fun with some more unknowns. Jack, it's Leopard Coelosaurus, says Imperial Diamondstone. Yeah, well, yeah. Leopard Coelosaurus. That's not his name. That's what the people who have been watching the chat have called it. Michael Pierce says, okay, back. Posted my art to Twitter. Nice. Spooky Bones says, very interesting lineup of dinosaurs. Really looking forward to this. Yeah. Should be good. Should be good. Episode 1 is, you know, getting closer to being finished. It's got a little way to go just as yet. Once episode 1 is done, I'll upload that to YouTube and then start a Kickstarter, I think. Because I feel like I'll keep the Patreon going, but I feel like the project will... I'll change the Patreon to basically meet my YouTube channel, and I'll have a Kickstarter for the series. So... Well, I might just keep the Patreon. I don't know what I'll have to look about like what the rules are for that, but you know, maybe I'll keep the Patreon going if I can. Oh, let me have a look at this picture you posted. What's your tag, Mike, on Twitter? Is it just Jurassic Explorer? Oh no, I found you. I found you. Atomic Pang, that's it. Ooh. Wow. Is that all? That's all CGI. That is awesome. I've always wanted to see something involving dinosaurs set in Africa, kind of like the Dark Congo, says Spooky Bones. Or the Congo continent. British Transfer says, Steamed Jacks. It's a regional broadcast. I hope you're ready for an incredible streaming. I drew that robot about a year ago, says Michael, from my sketchbook. Wanted to finally bring it to life. Yes, all CG modelled and textured from scratch. Took about 8 hours from start to finish. Not bad. Wow. Hey man, you know what you could do? I could set you a task if you were up for it. I have a mission for you if you choose to accept it, Mike. If you choose to accept it. I challenge you. No, I don't challenge you, because that's mean. You don't have to do it. The Dino-Defenders logo. That 3D logo. Just saying. Would be cool to have like an actual 3D logo. I think I've got Manuel is going to create the animated opening logo for the show. But it'd be nice to have a different style. I've seen that in the past. I've wanted to do it. Might have to do it this week. Ooh. I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit, man. You'll get credit. And part of the Dino Defenders fam. First fan art for Dino-Defenders. I don't know if I'd go so far to call it fan art. Because if I use it for like promotional stuff, if it's that good, then I'll you'll be a part of the Dino-Defenders family. I'll get you to do some stuff if you want. Once I've got the series like sort of closer to being finished and I'm ready to do the marketing phase of it. Because like when I get to the actual stage of like, oh my god, I'm about to release the episodes, or I've got like episodes to release after the first, you know, once the second one's underway and like things are, or like the second episode is about to come out and stuff, that's when the marketing for this will really kick off. I actually want to have its like own website and stuff. Hey Jack, didn't you say you might do another stream today after this with Evolution? If so, then I'm hyped, says Dino the Freak. Yes, I will. I will. I'll stop this stream when I get bored of doing this, which, you know, I wouldn't say we're too far off, but there's still some bits I want to... There's sort of like a level of this picture I want to get done before I stop it. And then I'll take a break, probably about 30 minutes to an hour, probably not even an hour, but I'll take a break and then I'll come back and play Evolution, and I'll start doing Isla Sorna because I think I've unlocked Isla Sorna. So, and I've never clicked on Isla Sorna on there, so it'll be like my first reactions and trying to, you know, start the missions for that. Do you know what? I have not saved. I have not clicked save. There we go. What are we saying now? Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus says, Jack, here's an idea. Have the Mega Raptor fight the Megalosaurus. Maybe. Michael Pierce. So today, Steambust on Twitter, Reddit, etc. posted our little collaboration where he merged some of our Jurassic Explorer models for the Moser Arena into Jurassic World Evolution. That's awesome. Got a lot of attention. Even Nick, the head animator at Frontier, liked the tweet, so that's been fun. Congratulations, man. Not modded, no Photoshop. Oh, that is awesome. Well, fingers crossed, man. Jack, there is a wild Spino on Isla Sorna in Jurassic World Evolution. Please save it for me. Well, if there is, that was a spoiler. I didn't know. Don't spoil it for me. Always say, Jack, Control S like your life depends on it. I Am Raptor asks, I Am Raptor lol asks, is that dinosaur on the logo a Mega or a Megalosaurus or a Mega Raptor? That was an early design for the Megalosaurus. It'll probably be a bit more fleshed out than what you see there in the final product. Spooky Bones says, I have been making a safari park on Nublar and Evolution. Nice. Nice. Well, Dino Gaming, I would say to that is just hang in there, man, as best as possible, because, you know, I grew up with a working class, you know, in a working class family. I know the struggles. But you seem young, and there's always light at the end of the tunnel, I'll say that. Just, you know, be responsible. Don't make stupid decisions, and you'll be alright. Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus Jack, I haven't seen Isosaurus, but my guess that there is a wild Spino. Please save it for me if there is. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, sorry, I thought you were talking spoilers. My apologies. I am Raptor says, ignore the lol in my name because it's just because of Google Plus. Okay. We'll do I am Raptor. Michael Pierce, Jack, what are your thoughts on the massively oversized dead Stegosaurus prop from Fallen Kingdom? Asks Michael Pierce. I will admit, I'm glad it's not in the movie. I'm glad it's not in the movie. Unless, now here's the unless, because I don't know why they had the Stegosaurus in. Well, I knew why. It was to show that like the island was killing them. Why it was so big, I have no idea. Unless they were using it to put in the background, like it was going to be for almost like a forced perspective type deal, but reversed. So they needed it in the background, but they needed it to look big, and so they, you know, they were going to have the characters by the camera. That's the only reason I could think they'd make it that big. I don't think the characters would have been... If they looked like they were close to it, it would have been like a camera trick. That's the only logical reason I could think they'd make it that big. It was so big because it ate all of the park ruins we didn't see in Fallen Kingdom, says Michael Pierce. Why did Dino Gaming asks, why did they change Jurassic Park to Jurassic World? Because branding. Both in universe of Jurassic, so both in the story of Jurassic Park and in real life. They wanted to rebrand because it would bring a fresh take to something that had been dead for 15 years. And with the vision that Colin had, it involved the entire world. And, you know, and that works in the storyline for a number of reasons. Because of the Lost World, because of the San Diego incident, because the public already knew about the dinosaurs. So it helps that the next sort of set of films are all called Jurassic World, because it's like about how the world is actually dealing with them. Rather than, you know, how the world doesn't really deal with them when we see like Grant and that lot go back to the islands in like Jurassic Park 3 or Malcolm in the Lost World. Those stories weren't about, you know, the Lost World was about the world becoming aware of the dinosaurs, but that wasn't like a big major part of the plot. Whereas in these newer films, it's, you know, they involve the public a lot more. First one has the open park, second one has the public debating the dinosaurs, you know, safety in one way, their morality, their mortality, sorry, not morality, their mortality is the word I should have been using. So there you go, there's the reason why they changed it in full. Michael Pierce says Jurassic Earth bothered me, so I'm glad it was Fallen Kingdom in the end. I don't even think they actually seriously considered Jurassic Earth, did they? See you later, Imperial Diamond. The Freak says, in the first Jurassic World, they kind of implied that the rebrand was also for censorship purposes. Jurassic Park's events were pretty bad in the universe. Exactly, yeah. Yeah, it all makes sense. Roberto says the series takes place on an island, right? Where exactly is the island on Earth? It's off the coast of Costa Rica. 80 miles. I think it's 80 miles from Costa Rica. Oop. Oh, sorry, Roberto. I'm so... I am so sorry. I completely misread your question. You meant my online series, not the Jurassic Park franchise. Sorry, I just had Jurassic Park on the brain, you know. I've not had Jurassic Park off my brain for nigh on 26 years. Sorry. No, of course. The actual location in this story, I'm never going to disclose. So like they go off to a jungle, and they never say where it is in the story. I'll admit that now, because I figured that would hopefully add to the sense of isolation. You know, like in Jaws, you don't know how far from the mainland the characters are when they're on the boat, on Quint's boat, until he starts to drive back. So that sense of isolation really weighs on the characters, and I want to sort of have that in this. They never mention where in the world this is. They just say it's in a deep, like in the deepest jungle on Earth. And so it could be literally anywhere. Oh no, wait, wrong colour. What am I doing? Nerds Related said, I'm surprised no one made Dino Jerky in Jurassic World. Yeah, I've always kid that... I've kid in the past that I think the most unrealistic thing in Jurassic World is the fact that on the menu at Winston's restaurant on the island, there's no dino burgers. And people are like, well, they wouldn't serve dino burgers at a zoo, would they? For dinosaurs. And I'm like, can you buy a burger or a chicken burger at a real zoo in real life? If you go to a restaurant in a zoo, can you buy a burger or a hot dog? If you can, well, I have some news for you. And to me, that's the most unrealistic thing in Jurassic World. There you go. Okay, we're getting there. I think these leaves might be a bit too big, so what I might do is add some more. Dino the Freak said, imagine if Winston Steakhouse actually cooked Gallimimus burgers. Oh man, I see, I would love it. That would have made it more hideous without actually showing any gore. That would have made it like, ugh. But then, only to us in a world where there's no dinosaurs. Because like I said, you can buy a chicken burger at a real zoo, so. And then go pet the chickens at the in the pet's corner. So it wouldn't be any different to that. Michael Pierce, do dinosaurs have milk? No, they do not. Jacob Arnold. Hey Jack, can you tackle the criticism for Fallen Kingdom that says Owen would have died from the pyroclastic flow? You're just full of the wanting me to critique the critiques. My take on that is, we're dealing with a film franchise where a girl killed a raptor with gymnastics. It's not. In real life, yes, he would die, probably. But it might have just been dust. Who's to say that's actually heated dust at that point? But I don't know, there's like lava coming off the thing. It doesn't bother me. That's my critique of the critique. I just don't understand it, because the film series already has its like moments. So it's sort of, there's nothing world breaking. For me anyway. It's an adventure movie. Ryder Ross says that would have been very expensive to... I'm guessing you're saying to cook the dinosaurs? Yes. Roberto says, since you are already using one non-dinosaur animal in your online series, does that mean you will introduce more of these non-dinosaur creatures as well? I'm not telling. I've already said enough. Yo, Big Shark. I'm not fussed with Owen surviving. It doesn't bother me. It bothers me as much as it bothers me that Alan Grant survives everything. Or it bothers me as much as, you know, in The Lost World, when the trailers are hanging over the cliff and Ian, Eddie and Nick all fall down off the rope and all manage to grab onto the side of the trailer, and then 5 seconds later they all slide down the rope together in a big ball and none of them fall to their death after rope burn and God knows what else. Like, these movies have a type of like adventure unrealism to them, because that's the fun, that's the movies. Like, why? I don't see how it's a negative. It's not like he dived head first out of a plane straight into the cliff. Just Owen just went straight into the cliff head first, and then with no parachute, and then got up and brushed himself off. It's like, it's as unrealistic as what we've seen in previous Jurassic films. So it doesn't bother me. Big Shark says, I think why they're asking about Fallen Kingdom is because of the how it should have ended video. I haven't watched it. I haven't seen it. If that's might be the case, I don't know. Dino Gaming says, I love your Jurassic Park collection video. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Oh, I appreciate that comment. Jacob Arnold also asks, hey Jack, can you tackle the criticism for Fallen Kingdom that says, why are the Indominus Rex bones still in the lagoon? Because they would have decayed. Because the opening of Fallen Kingdom didn't take place that long after the events of Jurassic World. Right? Didn't Colin come out on Twitter and say it was like 6 months, but it doesn't really... like it's pretty soon or something? That's what we were told anyway, that it was, you know, early. No, Jacob, I've not seen that YouTube channel. I don't know who that is. Dino the Freak. The Stiggy Moloch now has become my favourite herbivore thanks to the adorable little Stiggy. Yeah. Dodo says, I like potato shavings. That's funny. I like turtles. That's basically what you just did. See you later, nerds related. Have a good night. Michael Pearce says, what bothered me was how it's set soon after Jurassic World, but Main Street is not only a lot in ruins, but also the same amount of ruins as when they visited 3 years later. Well, I guess that's just down to like they had to shoot on one set, I guess. But at the same time, we wrote on the DPG website that there's been tectonic activity underneath Nublar for some time, like soon after the park fell. So basically that's, the explanation for why like the monorails all snapped in two. It's because of the volcano and the activity of that thing. But did we really see Main Street that much? Like, it was really dark. I don't know if I could say that the actual Main Street was as ruined as we saw it in the opening, because there was wind and rain, stuff getting blown around. It's quite hard to see. Do you own a fossil? Asks Doodoo. I actually do. Not a real one though. A cast. Dinosaurs don't exist. No, I've got a little sauropod like tooth. But not anything, no real fossils or anything. Jack, where is the ghost car? Says Imperial Diamond Spinosaurus. The ghost car is happily in this box next to me. I'm not getting the ghost car out. For those of you who want to know what the ghost car is, it's the Jurassic Park Explorer, and because it's green and I'm using a green screen, it looks like a ghost car whenever I get it out. Rest in your box, ghost car. Rest in your box. Not looking too bad. I'll actually do down the bottom a little bit more. Right, I'm going to go into more detail, I think, here. Jack, your attention to detail is great, says Imperial Diamond. Thank you. Dodo asks, what's your favourite food? Roast dinner. Good old roast dinner. Yorkshire puddings. Or Yorkshire pudding. Roast potatoes. Roasted carrots. Honey roasted parsnips. Runner beans. Nice bit of beef. And even though it's meant to be with lamb, you drizzle it in mint sauce. Bit of salt. Some stuffing. Oh, gravy. Red wine gravy. Oh, you can't go wrong. Honestly, can't go wrong. Oh, actually, layer. I'm going to start a new layer. And then let me just draw a couple of things. I'm just going to do that so I can get some shadow underneath some of these. What are you guys saying? Chat's going by quick now. Imperial Diamond, no, I have not seen your Godzilla test clip on your channel. I will do soon. I will check it out. I promise. Imperial Diamond then asks, Jack, can you hint a dino Oh, can you hint of can you hint having a dinosaur in this frame by having a tail poking out of the jungle? I'll do you one better, but I'm not going to show you the dinosaur. I'll do something similar. I can't say. I can't say. Spoilers. Something I don't want to reveal till the episode is done. Michael Pierce, I'm thinking of maybe streaming sometime in the near future. You've inspired me, Jack. I think it'd be fun to stream some modelling texturing live. Well, I'll say this, Michael. I'll be there if I can to watch your streams, to share the love. What makes the streams is the chat. You know, you can put up content. I could be sat here doing nothing, just talking to you guys, but it's the chat that really makes streams interesting. I Am Raptor says, Jack, every time we've done a new stream, attendance has spiked. That means we need to make an Indominus stream. They're getting bored of streaming. Even though it's spiked. Even though it's really popular, this park. Let's build an Indominus. It is also a Sunday, bear in mind, I Am Raptor. So, you know, not many people have school or work. And I'm doing it sort of in the evening time. There are other variables we must take into account. Michael Pierce. True, it's really nice to also see how the chat has grown lately. I think it helps that you now stream quite often too. Always fun to join. Yeah, thank you, man. And I'm glad. It was... I don't want to sound too apologetic, but it was, you know, I had Fallen Kingdom work that got in the way of streaming last time. So now I'm going to use like this grab tool to sort of grab bits of the forest like this, and then if I change the lighting, you get like different layers. I've sort of done this the wrong way around, really. I should have done the background first. And then concentrated on doing like the foreground stuff. But whatever. Whatever, it adds to the chaos of it all. If you've got a good looking bloody jungle, then it doesn't really matter, does it? If it looks like a jungle, sounds like a jungle, it probably is a feckin' jungle. It's funny, nearly every time you stream, I have nothing to do, so I can watch, says I Am Raptor. Well, I'm glad I can entertain you in your time off. Oh, Imperial Diamond says, I mean, showing the tail of a dinosaur without showing what it is. I could do that, yes. Could do that. The thing is, I will say that the dinosaur that is meant to be in this sort of pen, I haven't designed yet. I know what I know kind of what I want it to look like in my head, but I haven't actually done a stream designing a dino apart from the Megalosaurus, which you know, I said was complete, but I don't like it, so I'm changing it. I'm just going to do this bit again, but a bit darker. I will look at the chat in a second, I promise. I'm just concentrating on getting this right. We've got a dark jungle. That's this area here. Now we just need the fence. Did I actually have a fence here? Let's have a look. Did I do a fence in this? I did! Look at that. Alright, so I have the fence pre-made in its pattern. Because the fence is meant to be coming out. So it's just one bit to the gate. So basically like this. Now is it? Yeah, it's got like the... I'm actually just gonna copy that. Delete that frame. I'm actually going to switch it round. And see, now I've got the platform here, so really I want the platform to be like, no, I want the platform to be where it was and then grab everything else. Just like that. I'm just going to click save. Sorry guys, what are you guys saying? No, I think I've done answering. I've done answering about, you know, I've said what I needed to say about the criticisms of Fallen Kingdom. Jacob. Mr. Jacob. There we go. Yo, Fernando. I know some people in the chat can't see Jacob because I think he's blocked some people from seeing his posts. I don't know why. I'll have to... Jacob, why you just block some people from seeing your posts? Why'd you do that, man? You don't have to do that. We're gonna all be friends. Jack, will you feature an Ankylosaurid? Says the Imperial Diamond. I will say maybe. I that's one of those ones that I'm toying with the idea of. I'm like, should I add one in, or should I not? So I don't want to say yes or no. I'm still undecided. Right, so let's have a look. What are we looking at as well? So there's sort of a beachy area leading up to the gate. So that goes all the way to the gate, doesn't it? Right, let's do this. Thank you, Dino Gaming. Says, your drawing looks really cool. Thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much. As Philippe would say, as Elvis in Godzilla 1998. Thank you very much. Oop. Love the dense forest. Nice, thank you. Well, yeah, we're looking at this wall of plant life here, and the actual fence goes down, like a road goes behind here. And what's actually behind that? More forest. So really, I've got to put more forest behind this. But what I'm actually going to do for that, actually I'll do that now. What I'm actually going to do is use very light colours, and it's going to be blurred anyway, so... The trees kind of look realistic. Well, that was the idea. Right. There's like a wall. Oh, I see, like the tree line actually goes much higher, so maybe I need to get like a darker colour. Oop. I'm just going to do this like roughly because in the background it's going to be all blurry, as I said, so. You're making me laugh, Dino. I'm not going to talk about why, but you're just making me laugh. In a good way. There you go, there's a question I'll answer, Jacob, for you. I'll answer that. When did you discover YouTube poop? I first got introduced to YouTube poop when I found the video by Durnham Rocks. It was a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air one. I forget which one it was exactly, but it was very funny. And then I absolutely love his King of the Hill videos, and I highly recommend anyone. Jacob, look, you're asking questions before you've even answered your last one. I'm only going to answer your YouTube poop one. How long has this stream been going, Dino Gaming Us? 2 hours, 41 minutes. And I'm thinking I'm going to end it at 3 hours. And then take a break. And then come back and play Jurassic Evolution. Jurassic World Evolution. Tim Vincible. Riley Ross says, "Why does Tim survive bloody everything?" He's a kid, and you know, it's an adventure movie. But we called him Tim Vincible. The amount of things he survives. He's like Owen Grady. He's like Owen Grady. He survives everything. When you say Dino Gaming, I think you're talking to a different person, says Dino Gaming. Probably because I changed my user today. That's why in the chat, because I don't, like, when I archive these onto the channel, I don't have the live chat up. But I think it's better just to, you know, not have that distraction. And plus, you know, you don't know what people are going to put in there in the chat. So that's why I tend to like read out what the person has said entirely, because then that way people watching it back will have some context for what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've just done that to the background. Now let me go filter blur. Oh, sorry, box blur. There we go. Maybe I'll just stretch that up a little bit. Yeah, that's better. And then I'm just going to add these, sort of like tree trunks. One that's like fallen over. Okay. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to do a bit of cheating. There's cameras there. There's cameras there. There's that there. Let's cheat a little bit. Let's take this up into here and get it to match this. So I can get the colours and everything, can't I? There you go, I can basically have it. Oh, it's not working. I think I will. What I will do is I'll change the angle of the cameras and stuff when I come to it. Okay, I can see the chat going by. What are you guys saying again? Big Shark asks, will there be a jump scare in Dino-Defenders? I probably won't be able to achieve a jump scare with a cartoon. Sorry. Dino Gaming says, I've been watching this from the beginning. Okay, let's see what... that's this one. Yeah, I'm thinking what I might do is... I might come back to finishing this frame tomorrow on a live stream. And what I'm going to do now, oh actually, before I do that, before I do anything like that, let me just get rid of this. And then stick these two layers together, because I can always... Oh no, wait, no. Oh, I won't stick them together. I'll just rename them. Platform 1, Platform 2, Gate, Foreground, oh no. Jungle, Foreground, Fence, and then Jungle, Background. Right, so what I'm going to do is I will come back to this stream, to this painting, sorry, tomorrow to finish it off. I'm going to go have a break now for about half an hour, maybe 45 minutes, and then I'll be back, let's say around 8 o'clock. It's now 7:15, and I will stream Jurassic World Evolution, Isla Sorna. Jacob Arnold asks, hey Jack, will you add any new articles to the DBG website? There's none planned. None planned. It's as it is. Imperial Diamond Sponsor Jack, can you have the stream around 4 PM UK time because I get back from school at 3 PM? I just stream whenever I can because I'd love to have like a set schedule each week to stream. If I met my Patreon limit, then I would be, you know, my Patreon. Oh, let me do something. Here we go. There I am. There you go. What I'm going to do for future reference is have myself here. So if you donate to the Patreon, I would be able to stream every single day, and then I could be painting and telling you guys everything about the process, showing you everything. So I can't. Yeah, I'd love to stream on a set date, but it has to be when this is met, because at the moment I just stream whenever I can. Spooky Bones says, how long does it normally take to make one frame? If I'm really stuck in, I could do three a day. But on a good day, like just an average day, I get one, or no, 1.5, because I tend to. So like, for example, what I've painted today with this is a frame from a scene that is different from the scene that I'm painting when I'm not on stream, if that makes any sense. So when I paint and I'm not on stream, I'm painting a completely different scene, and then in this one I'm painting these ones, because that way I get to hide some of the spoilers, and you guys don't get to see like the really crucial stuff just yet. But yeah, and it's just I've got like other jobs to do, and a house which I've just bought, which need to pay mortgage and all that sort of stuff. So life does get in the way, but that's why I've got the Patreon, as I said. So the Patreon is there to get people to try and help me to be here, so I can work on it basically 24/7 until it's finished. So anyway guys, I'm going to head off, have a break, make a new cup of tea, have something to eat, and then I'll be back to play Jurassic World Evolution. So catch you around.